What's up, besties? Welcome back to Kala Stitch. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about how people and brands rebrand and rename South Asian fashion. Here's the tea. South Asian textile and fashion? It has been the blueprint for the world. Anyways, we need to talk about it. It's giving colonial court and we're not having it. Let's pick up where we left off because we need to talk about the wild disrespect around pashmina shawls. So let's go. Okay, time for fact check. You know those fancy cashmere sweaters and pashmina shawls? Yeah, those are actually South Asian. They come straight out of Kashmir, the northernmost beautiful part of India. The fabric itself is wild. It's woven from hair that literally comes from goats chilling high up in the Kashmiri mountains. Back in the day, only emperors rocked these, and they were mostly used as coverings for men in India. So why are these pieces so expensive and rare? Because the fine wool is gathered from the Kashmiri goats between March and May, and it's super rare. Then skilled women work together to hand clean and spin every single thread. This isn't fast fashion, it's craftsmanship. But here's the drama. The high quality pashmina status has been totally diluted, and the Americans and Europe brands are now using the generic basic cashmere. You're selling the vibe, but without the value or the history. If you're gonna drop coins on real pashmina and cashmere, at least do your homework. It is important to at least know the real history and share with your people, rather than being ignorant. This is how we give credit where it's due. Okay, let's normalize using the right name. Okay, let's talk about Prada because the audacity is real. Less than a month after their huge sandal scandal, they pull up to India. And yes, they did receive a major backlash, as they should have, for ripping off those centuries-old Kolhapuri chappal and putting it on their runway was a bold move. And what did they do? Their technical team, including the heads of footwear design, went straight to Kolhapur. They said they were there to learn from the local artisans about how these gorgeous handmade vegetable-dyed chappals are made. Spoiler, they weren't there for casual sightseeing trip. They were there to see the original designs and techniques, aka stealing. Now Prada is trying to turn this scandal into opportunity moment. They're planning to launch a limited edition made in India Kolhapuri inspired collection in partnership with the local artisans. So let's be real, whoever the PR team is has delayed the whole operation because making a scandal into opportunity takes time. It's a calculated move, not a genuine apology. We're keeping our side-eye ready because inspiration should come with credit, not damage control. And to be honest, they should have done that from the start. Okay, next up, we need to talk about salwar pants. It's not called Aladdin pants or balloon pants like this brand Alaya did. It's giving tourist energy. You have two valid options. You can either call them Ottoman shalwar or you can just call them salwar. Like, look at this, a Turkish man in Ottoman shalwar, and then you have Indian woman in salwar. I know it's a beautiful design and you can absolutely wear it, but without renaming it or rebranding it. The only thing you need to do is call what it's called, salwar. Say with me, salwar. End of story. Easy, see? Okay, shifting to high fashion now. You know that formal black tie Omani aesthetic? Guess what? It was invented by South Asians. And you know that Western kamar band you wear around the waist is actually called kamar band. It originated as a garment in India and Persia, worn for centuries to protect you during heat and even to store weapons and other items. Talk about functional sophistication. It was rocked by Maharajas for centuries before the British decided to show up and claim it as their own in the 19th century. When the British colonized the Indian subcontinent, men would wear black tie for fancy occasions, but their waistcoats were way too hot for this warm season. So what did they do? They took India's cultural sash, renamed it, anglicized the name, and wore it. Now the kamarband is seen as something reserved for European wealthy class, when it really wasn't them at all. While we're on the topic of Europeans watering down history, kamarband is also worn by South Asian women to represent protection and stability. The irony is wild because the kamarband are now symbol of sophistication because of their European association, but the entire concept came from us, so where is our credit? Next time you hear that South Asians are dirty and uncivilized, because you will hear that nonsense on social media, just so you know, the most of the preppy fashion trends you love are actually from South Asia. Okay, time for rebranding Hall of Shame. It's giving, if I do it, it's uncivilized, dirty, ew. And if a Western person does it, slay, amazing, wow, oh my god, nice. The math is not mathing. I have so much evidence to show you guys. Nose ring chain? No, it's the not. Boohoo bell rings? You're joking, right? They're called jhumka with mattal. Head chain? You guys better be joking. They're not head chain. They're called mang patti or matha patti. Waist chains? Guys, that's kamar band. It's giving thief behavior. Now look at this. This looks like a lehenga, right? But some brand called Aline Sabag, a Lebanese creator, designer, copied this South Asian design, renamed it, and rebranded. This is from their Spring-Summer 2026 show. That's culture appropriation. Plain and simple and clearly. And these images are from 2000 Bollywood movies. This really boils my blood. It isn't that hard to give credit to people who own the original design. Y'all cannot be original for once. And now we have sitara. This is an ancient craft technique that is 100% from India. It is a traditional form of artistry that is often used in combination with other metal embroidery like zari and dabka. This isn't decoration, it's a living part of our heritage. Someone decided to rename and rebrand it and call them Ibiza beaded tops, but these are called sitara kurtas, and these are the pictures. Here you see Ibiza beaded outfits, and then you see this sitara kurtas. They rebranded it and renamed it again. Okay, last item on the rebranding hall of shame. The Isabel inspired bag. This so-called new designer bag is actually what is called a potli bag. Be for real now. This bag has woven into Indian heritage and culture for centuries. They are these traditional Indian small drawstring pouches that have been an integral part of the culture for centuries. And when a brand slaps a basic Western name on a heritage item that's been part of South Asian culture for centuries, that is a disgrace to my ancestors and my culture. This is the definition of erasing history for profit. At least you can do is call it a potli bag. I promise it's not that hard. Give the source material the respect it's due. So what are your thoughts on all of this? Drop your comments below and tell me what other rebranded designs boil your blood, or share your favorite South Asian artisans. Hit that like button and subscribe to Kalastis so we can keep reclaiming our history. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye!